Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 830. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter as Durham's online community paper, which you can check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link on the Facebook side to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, share information, promote yourself or your event or whatever. Also, if you could share this out, that would be awesome so that more people here in Durham can know what's happening in the Bull City. So I'm going to start out with the word page, and that is the government and nonprofit information page. I do like to point out that there are some really great programs and services offered by local nonprofits, also by the city of Durham and Durham County as well. So at your convenience, just go to that page and just see what's in store for you. There's lots of help. There's also ways that you can help as a volunteer. Okay, the Durham County libraries are all open today, except for Bragtown. Bragtown closes at 6 tonight. And let's see what's on the docket for Durham Tech's Small Business Center. And this is where they have these webinars. They're online. They're totally free, no strings attached. You can get more information about starting a business or running your own business. So let's see what's on the docket today, with it being Tuesday. Let's see, here's one. So from 2 until 4 this afternoon, there's one called How to Build Good Bookkeeping Habits. That's a good one. Then here's another one. Pardon my pronunciation. This is going to be in Spanish. Taller de impuestos sobre las ventas y el uso para su pequeña empresa. And basically that is from 5 until 7. And that means workshop on sales and use tax for your small business. And that's going to be from 5 until 7. So there's a lot of people who are bilingual who watch Bull City Hangout. But if Spanish is their first language, just like me, I prefer getting information in my native language. So if you know someone who's running their own business and they speak Spanish, they might want to check this out. Totally free. And again, it's sales and it's a workshop on sales and use tax for your small business. Okay, now there's going to be another one from 6 until 7:30, high tech versus old school, when to use each in your small business. That sounds like a really fascinating one. And that again it's free from 6 until 7:30. And then here's another one. I should go to this one. Oh, this is a good one, from 6 until 7:30. Oh yeah. Festivals, shows, and events 101. Because I eventually would like to put on my own event. Just like my friend Crystal over there at the Warren County, she has put on her own events. I want to learn how to do that. So festivals, shows, and events 101. That's going to be tonight, 6 until 7:30, totally free. All righty, let's see. I think that's it for the word page. So definitely sign up for those in advance and be sure to get ready to take some notes. They're really great. So I'm going to go to the health page. I'm just going to mention that I have information on, updates, COVID-19 tests and vaccines. As you can expect, there are quite a few places. I used to be able to just rattle off where we can get free tests. There's so many now, so many places. I can't even start mentioning all the places, but they are listed on the health page, so at your convenience. Also, I have listed places where you can get your own tests. You can pick them up because, as you know, they have the at-home tests. So this is what they look like. You can get, I think they give away, you can get 2 boxes of 10 each. I think, wait, do I have that right? Let me see. Or is it 5 each, total of 10? Let's see. You can get 10. So 10 tests per person. Minimum age for pickup is 14 years old. I got these from the Community Health Coalition. So there you go. Clinitest Rapid COVID-19 Antigen Self-Test. So you get 5 per box, 2 boxes. All right, let me continue. Also on the health page, we talk about the blood drives. The American Red Cross is having a blood drive, so let's see where they're going to be today. The American Red Cross will be at the Epworth United Methodist Church, 3002 Hope Valley Road, from 1 until 6 today. Also, Westminster Presbyterian Church, 3639 Old Chapel Hill Road, from 2 until 7, and that's today. And then tomorrow they will be at Ag Bioma 104 T.W. Alexander Drive, Building 1. That's tomorrow, 9 until 3, and I will remind you about that. Also, Blood Connection, I think they're going to be somewhere. Yes, they're going to be at the Museum of Life and Science, 433 West Murray Avenue, until 3 today. And then they will also be at O2 Fitness, University Hill, 3103 Shannon Road. And that's going to be later today from 3 until 8. And then tomorrow they will be at Greystone Church. That's in the afternoon. And I'll remind you about that tomorrow. Also on the health page, HELP is open today. It is Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, HELP is the Health Equipment Loan Program. This is where they accept donations like wheelchairs, canes, tub transfer benches, etc., from people like you and me. They disinfect them, repair them as necessary, then long-term loan them to people who need them and can't otherwise afford to buy them or to even rent them. So right now, they can't accept donations, at least for the month of August, because they're playing catch up. So obviously they have a lot to loan out. So if you need something, head over there. They're only open 2 days a week, Tuesdays, 10 until 2. They are at 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. And then on Friday, they'll be open again from 1 until 5 in the afternoon. And I'll let you know when they can start accepting donations again. Okay, let's go to the SeniorScope page real quick and see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday, which means they're going to be giving away fans today. It's getting hot again. So let me scroll down. So the Durham Center for Senior Life, I never mentioned their address, do I? 406 Rigsby Street. Avenue. That's downtown. Okay, right around the corner from the skate park. So on Wednesdays, they have this fan AC relief program. So from 10 until 11:30, you can drive by, go to the Hunt Street side where the parking lot is. You can pick up a free fan. Now, if you got a fan last year, you can't get one this year. And as far as the AC units, they only have, hey, Alice is here. And Alice is saying that Black August in the park was great, and I know it. It's great every year. So I'm so glad that you had a good time. Came all the way out back to Durham. Okay, Alice. So what was I saying? As far as the AC units, they only have a few. So here's how this works. They only give away AC units to those who have like a note from their medical provider explaining why they need an AC unit. A lot of people are under certain types of medication, and the hot weather really bothers them, really makes them even sicker. So if you have that sort of condition, then see if your doctor can send or give you some kind of explanatory note explaining why you need an AC unit. Then maybe you can get one. Let me know if you get one. That would be super awesome. But in any case, fans are great. I'm sitting under a ceiling fan right now. That's all I got, and it works for me. So, okay. Let me continue. Let's see. I think that's it for one more thing for the senior page. The Durham Center for Senior Life gives away Ensure. They do this on the first Fridays, which means day after tomorrow. This coming Friday, they will be giving away Ensure, and they will give precedence to people who have, again, notes from their medical provider. And I want to thank, let me find it. Durham Congregations in Action. They're the ones that make this possible. So thumbs up to DCIA. Thank you for that. So they will be giving away Ensure starting at 10 o'clock on Friday. And that's going to be from 10 until noon while supplies last. I didn't explain what Ensure is. Ensure is like a nutritional supplement. It's like a shake in a can. And if you're taking care of someone with Alzheimer's and it's hard for them to take their medication, they hate to take pills, I understand. When I was taking care of my aunt, I would pour some Ensure into a blender, put some ice cream in there, put some chocolate in there, and then put her medication in there. Never failed. Okay, so let me continue because Chris Everett is here from the Southern Documentary Fund. Be right with you, Chris, in just a couple of minutes. Let's go to the last page that we will be visiting, which is the Let's Go page. That's the calendar of events page. Let's go there very quickly and scroll down to 30. Oh, yes. New Visions of Africa restaurant starting at 12:30. In just a few minutes, they will be giving away groceries. They're on Fayetteville Street, right next door to WD Hill. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. If you're driving, go around, park in the WD Hill parking lot, and then get your free groceries. If you're in need, don't be ashamed. Get the help. They got it. Also, from 3 until 6, New Visions will be giving away prepared meals. So if you're hungry, stop by and get something to eat. Also, if you're looking for work, the Career Center Network, they're hosting the Durham hiring event. That is today from 3 until 6, and then tomorrow from 10 until 1. This is going to be at Frontier RTP, so you can network and interview with local employers, get a job. Let me know if you get one. That would be super awesome. And I do have a phone number. If you have questions, give them a call, and they'll let you know what's happening. Speaking of jobs, PNC Arena in Raleigh. Usually I don't list things in Raleigh, but as you know, a lot of us live here but work there. So PNC Arena, they're having a job fair today from 3 until 6. All the jobs are part-time. I'm just letting you know up front. All the jobs are part-time. They have more than 400 positions available in all kinds of, we're talking about parking attendants, cooks, catering staff, cashiers, concession stand, all kinds of jobs. So if you know someone who needs a job, let them know about this. And this is going to be today from 3 until 6. Also, I have a link so you can check out the jobs in advance and make sure that it's worth your while going there. And of course, if you're already working, but you need another job or whatever, you can go ahead and apply for jobs online. You don't even have to go. All right. Speaking of jobs again, they're going to have a hospitality career carnival at the Washington Duke Inn and Golf Club. They want to make it fun for people looking for work. Now, they have part-time and full-time jobs of all kinds, and they're not only hiring at the Washington Duke Inn and Golf Club, but also the JB Duke Hotel and the Lodge at Duke Medical Center. You just go to this one spot tomorrow, Washington Duke. I'm saying tomorrow because I announced this yesterday. I'm sorry. Today, from 3 until 7. Not only can you apply for a job and, of course, get a preview by going to the link that I provide, you can also enjoy snacks, live entertainment. You can also take part in the putting contest on the golf course. So this is a really relaxed way of getting a job. Don't get too comfortable. Stay professional. Wear something cool so that you can impress. You still want to impress and get that job. So let me continue, not take up too much of your time. Bahama Baptist, did I tell you the time? It's from 3 until 7 today. Okay. Bahama Baptist Church, they have their plastic bag ministry. This is where volunteers get together and they crochet mats out of plastic bags. So they make these huge mats. They give them away to homeless people so they don't have to lie directly on the ground. So I think that's a really, really thoughtful gesture. That's going to be today, 5:30 until 6:30. And they are obviously in Bahama, which is northern Durham. Okay, let's see. It's game night at Boxyard RTP. That's going to be from 5:30 until 8:30, an outdoor event. Sit around the picnic tables or whatever. Enjoy some, I said outdoor tables. Enjoy some board games. It's totally free. Of course, they will have food and beverages there if you want to buy them, but you can, for the most part, just enjoy yourself, play some board games, and just have some fun. It's going to be a little cooler tonight, and that should be really comfortable. Also, it's Virtual Trivia Tuesday, the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. This is an online event from 6 until 7, so test your knack for remembering science facts and pop culture. It's the, I hope I say this right, Vox Virorum Men's Chorus. They're having their open auditions. That's going to be today, 6 until 7:30. This time it's going to be at Yates Baptist Church. And that's going to be, again, from 6 until 7:30. This is like a men's chorus. They sing like classic men's glee club type music. So that should be really fun. You don't have to prepare a selection. I guess they just want to hear how you sing. All righty. High Wire, they're going to have their plant swap. I just found out about this. The last Tuesday of every month, they have a plant swap. So you can, if you have succulents or house plants or whatever, you can trade one for the other and also share gardening tips. That's going to be tonight, 6 until 8. Also, don't waste Durham. They're having their boomerang bag sewing party from 6:30 until 8 at So Crafty downtown. This is where volunteers get together while wearing masks, and they make bags out of donated cloth material, and then they drop off the bags at different stores so that we don't have to use the one-off plastic bags. It's like recycling locally. So if you want to help out and you're good with using a sewing machine or with ironing, because you have to iron those seams, then definitely sign up for tonight's boomerang bag sewing party. Marva's Fun's going to have her Stay Well virtual line dance class, 7 until 8 on Zoom. It's always free and always fun. If you like the blues, they're having the Tuesday Blues Jam starting at 7 o'clock at the Blue Note Grill, which is downtown. It's free to attend. You can also leap on stage if the spirit moves you and sing, belt out, or play some blues. They would enjoy that. And again, that starts at 7 o'clock. Last but not least, CJ Baker Entertainment is going to be hosting the open mic and jam session. This is going to be at the Hayti District Bar. You might not know about this. It's relatively new-ish, and it's at the Phoenix Crossing Shopping Center. The official address is 908 Fayetteville Street, so this should be really fun. I think it's free to attend. Let's see. Yeah, free admission. How about that? And it starts at 8, and it's going to be basically from 8 until 11. But please be hungry and support the business that is allowing this to happen. Quickly, let's do the weather and then bring on Christopher Everett. It is 85 right now. It's partly sunny. It's going to be partly sunny just about all day, going up to 91 with a 40% chance of thunderstorms around dinner time. So get that shopping in soon as possible. And then tomorrow it's going to be sunny just about all day with a high of 89. Finally, we get to talk with Chris Everett, Southern Documentary Fund. Let's bring him on. I'm so excited. All right, Christopher Everett, how are you?
How's it going?
Doing well, hanging in there. Hope you are.
Oh, same here. It's a lovely day down here in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Absolutely. You know what? I have it on my list here. I am so embarrassed. I know you're going to talk to us about it, but I wanted to mention, okay, wait a minute. Southern Documentary Fund, you're here because there's going to be a discussion tomorrow, fundraising for your documentary. It's going to be tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock. So tell us about that, please.
Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Christopher Everett. I'm the program manager at the Southern Documentary Fund. And the Southern Documentary Fund, this is our 20th year as a nonprofit arts organization serving the documentary community throughout the South. And ways we do that is through fiscal sponsorship, mentorship, and also our annual grant that we give out every year as well. But tomorrow, one of the things that's a part of our mentorship is that we do monthly webinar sessions for free for the documentary filmmaking community. So if you're a beginning documentary maker, or if you're experienced or kind of like in between, these sessions are definitely for you. And so we have a great one tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's about fundraising for your documentary. And we have Sabrina S. Gordon, who will be leading that conversation. She's an award-winning documentary maker herself. Has had films in Sundance that have gone on to have big distribution. So she's going to be giving us a good breakdown of the different ways that you can fundraise, your documentary, whether it's through fiscal sponsorship, whether it's through grants, whether it's through like equity fundraising or crowdfunding. She's going to do a presentation on it and also open it up for questions as well, because people always have questions about, hey, what if I want to do this? What if I want to do that? So we'll open it up for you to ask her directly your questions as well. And all you have to do is sign up for the registration. It's all free. Just go to our website, southerndocumentaryfund.org, and click on the events tab, and it'll take you right there to sign up for it.
Awesome. This might be a real basic question. You said fiscal sponsorship. What does that mean? What is that?
Well, what we do is, fiscal sponsorship is really a way for a maker to raise funds easier. Like, for example, say if I have a documentary, right? And if I have a fiscal sponsor, and say like I have a guy that he owns a tech company and, he has some disposable income that he wants to get rid of. And he also wants a tax write-off as well. That's where the fiscal sponsorship comes in. And so he's able to write that donation off. So that say if he wants to give me $50,000 towards one of my documentary projects, that way he'll send it to the fiscal sponsor. He gets his write-off. The fiscal sponsor gets their small, 5 to 6% fee, and then that filmmaker is able to access those funds for his project. So that's one of the ways where filmmakers can take advantage of having a fiscal sponsor. Also, some of the bigger grants that are out there, MacArthur and Ford Foundation and the humanities type of grants require you to have a fiscal sponsor. And so a lot of times you need a fiscal sponsor to apply to certain grants and funding opportunities out there. So those are some of the ways that fiscal sponsorship can really benefit a documentary filmmaker. In our case at Southern Documentary Fund, we also throw in our mentorship program as well. So anybody that's fiscally sponsored through us, you have access to someone like Sabrina, who's doing her webinar tomorrow, but she's also one of our mentors where you can actually sign up for one-on-one sessions with her to discuss your film, any ideas you have. If you want her to see a rough cut of it, she can do that too. So those are some of the extra things we do with our fiscal sponsorship program at SDF.
That's a lot. Let me, if you don't mind, may I ask a real basic beginners type question? Another one. So I love documentaries. I love them to death. And when I watch them, like they're flying out to Zimbabwe to interview the grandparents and flying off to London and this and that. So I can understand getting funding for all of that.
Right.
But what about like the little tiny people like myself, that's like local, and we're doing maybe a micro documentary about something that's only happening around the block. Right. Where would funding go for something like that? I guess someone like me wouldn't ask for funding, right? Because
no. The thing is, you always need funding. Like, for example, I'm a documentary filmmaker as well, and a lot of people know me from my first documentary, Wilmington on Fire. I think a lot of people might be familiar with it. It's about the 1898 Wilmington Massacre. And, that was a locally shot project. We just finished Wilmington on Fire Chapter 2, and it's all based in Wilmington. But, it depends on what the story is. A lot of times you still need funding. Like, say if you're doing a historical documentary say if you wanted to do a documentary, right, like you said, in your neighborhood, say about Black Wall Street from back in the day in Durham, you still have to pay for the archival rights to use those old photos in the film. A lot of times you have to pay a fee for that. You just can't just use photos, and just use them. You know what I'm saying? You have to go to the library, you have to go to certain museums, and they have certain fees. Sometimes they cost $10 to $100 per photo. You need money for that. Say like you want to travel and do so you have to travel and research. It costs gas is high now. Hotels, that's money. Say if you wanted to hire you, even if you shot the film yourself, you need hard drive space because those video files take up a lot of space, and that's money too. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, and that's why we do these webinars. And we do a lot of them. We just did one last month about budgeting. And, when you do a project, you want to do a budget to really break down those things so you can see how much this thing is really going to cost. It might not even cost that high, but you're going to have some cost to it. A lot of times, beginner filmmakers don't realize there is some cost. And I just broke them down, just the basics, And so even if you're just doing something on a small scale, there's still some cost to it. And, that's why we have grants out there. That's why we have fiscal sponsorship to help alleviate, some of those costs.
And I suppose if you actually want somebody to watch your documentary, I guess you'd need to have some money to get it out, right?
Oh yeah, because film festivals, and say like if you want to do festivals, they cost to submit. Film festival submission fees cost like $10 to $75. Some you might can get a waiver, but most of them not going to give you that. You have to pay a submission fee, and so those add up. You can end up spending a couple of $1,000 in just submission fees, and then if you want to travel to some of these festivals, you might have to, flip the bill on some of that. Sometimes they will hook you up with some airfare fee, or they might can put you in a hotel, but you still need food to eat while you're there, so that's going to cost. And then also, and then you want to you know, if you want to do your own screening, say if you want to have a premiere in your hometown or your community, you know, a lot of times you have to pay for the venue. You have to pay for the venue. With some of those venues, you might have to pay some type of event insurance. You know, you want somebody to design the event flyers and posters. You have to design those and print them.
Right.
You know, so
oh my God.
you know, so it
Starting
still
to cost a lot now.
You see what I'm saying? So it still costs. Not even just making the film. Even if you make the film, that's why when we fiscally sponsor projects, a lot of times they still stay on with us even through the festival run, because there's still costs associated with the project, even after you're finished filming and even after you're finished editing the project. You know, you still have to get out there and tour the film, promote the film, do outreach, and those are costs. And that's why fiscal sponsorship is just a great tool to help you raise funds to do that.
Okay. Here's one more beginner question.
All right.
And I'm not just asking this for myself, because I know there's a lot of people out here.
For sure.
They really don't know how things get made.
Right.
So I was watching a documentary. It was a very streetwise documentary out there with.
What was the name of it?
I can't even remember, but they were out there.
All right.
And the subject said, you know, you're gonna make all this money off of me, and they were upset because and they didn't show what happened afterward, but it made me wonder. Yeah, I guess you can make money off of documentaries. Do you have to pay the people that you interview? Because you certainly don't for the news.
Well, this is the thing, is that, and this has been a thing that has come up over in the documentary community as a whole. There's still conversations around this about different practices. The thing is, you know, a lot of people don't pay people to be in documentaries, but how I do it with my own documentaries and how I urge makers that I mentor to do it is that, you know, a lot of times your budget is limited. You know, a lot of times filmmakers don't even pay themselves. And a lot of people don't realize that even if you get a grant, a lot of times you can't even use that grant to pay yourself. You're using that to pay everything else. So even the filmmaker a lot of time isn't getting paid until after the film is done. You know what I'm saying? So how I do it.
And how do they?
But this is how it is. You know, but see how I do it is that I get paid off of speaking engagements. You know, we can sell the DVD, we can license the film, we can do screenings. There's a plethora of ways, but also with the subjects, they can also get speaking engagements as well. Like, for example, I have a documentary that I'm in the works right now about Grandmaster Vic Moore. He's a martial arts pioneer from the 60s. We're in post-production with his project. And so one of the ways we wanted to use this film is to really get him in more speaking engagements. You know, he can make, you know, just with someone his credentials and pedigree, he can make $5,000 per engagement. You know, and so the film will help elevate that. And also he has a martial arts organization as well. And we can also use this film to help him increase in you know what I'm saying, membership with that, with our fees. See what I'm saying? So you can utilize, and that's how I try to do with the subjects in my film. Even with Wilmington on Fire, we had a guy, historian Larry Thomas, who has written like 2 books on the 1898 massacre. And so he really has sold, he continuously sells his books because of the film. You know, people watch the film, they want to learn more about 1898 and history of Wilmington, they buy his books. So, and he's also able to get speaking engagements. Yeah, so those are the ways you can really help the subjects in your project make money, and you can also make money as well. Now, up front, you're trying to get the film made. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just pay someone up front to do that, but there are other ways where you can incorporate, you know, folks to get some money and to get some revenue where everybody can win.
I like that. I like that a lot. So you can learn all about that, or at least about a lot of what that involves tomorrow.
Tomorrow, you know, we're going to break down, you know, really how to raise money for your film. So there's different ways. You got crowdfunding, you got fiscal sponsorship, you got grants, what grants you should go after and when. Also, you know, how to find, you know, certain donors that really, you know, gravitate towards the subject matter, because you have people out there that want to give money. They're just looking for those type of projects. You know, some people like environmental justice stuff. You got some people that want to talk about, music or sports. It's just finding those people. And so we're going to talk about all that tomorrow with Sabrina. Like I said, excellent filmmaker. I've learned a lot from her, and I love doing these things as well, because I'm a filmmaker. And so I always have my notepad ready, and I have my own questions ready. And so anyone that wants to join, whether you're experienced or you're new to it, definitely take advantage of this free opportunity with someone who's done it at the highest level. And so that's tomorrow, 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can sign up right now for free, southerndocumentaryfund.org.
Awesome. Wow. Anything else you want to tell us, Chris?
Oh yeah, we got another event. We got another event coming up next month, September. We have an event. Yeah, September 15th. We're actually we partnered with the North Carolina Humanities, and we're going to be presenting the opening night film in Cary, North Carolina at the Beyond Film Festival in Cary at the Cary Theater. And the opening night film is Angel of Alabama. It's a great documentary. It's about a lady named Brenda Hampton who, in her fight against like environmental injustice in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of water contamination going on, whole bunch of stuff, and it really documents her fight against this stuff. And she will also be there as well for the Q&A. So it'll be her, the director will be there, and we also have 2 scholars that deal with environmental justice that will be on a panel that we'll be doing afterwards. And also we have a mixer where we're going to have free drinks for folks if they want to come in there and get them a drink and network with some filmmakers and some of the people that you saw in the film. You can come, and it's 7 to 8 o'clock, September 15th at the Cary Theater. And people can also go to our page, southerndocumentaryfund.org, and go to the events page, and you can find out more about that, how to get tickets. Tickets are only $6. It's very cheap, and it's at the Cary Theater, September 15th, 7 o'clock.
Oh, thank you for that. Let me jot that down, $6. Okay. Wow. And I'm really kind of ashamed because I didn't know that you had workshops every single month.
Yep.
So I will definitely, from now on, you're hearing me say that today.
Yeah, we got another one next month, September the 22nd. We're finalizing the details on it. But yeah, so we should have those details really tomorrow that we'll probably put out there on the webinar itself tomorrow. But it's going to be definitely September 22nd, but we'll have the link to register and all the details tomorrow during that session, because usually we'll do that. We'll put it in the chat box for folks to go ahead and sign up, right then and there during the live session. So yeah, that's coming. We do them every month. Awesome.
And I guess, well, it's already almost September. So I'm guessing that that you, some years ago, before pre-COVID, I first heard about the Southern Documentary Fund because you had this really cool event over at the Fruit.
Right.
It was like seminars.
Oh yeah, the artist convening.
Yeah. So I guess the next one will be next year, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, we're definitely bringing that back next year. So we'll definitely keep it. Yeah, it's definitely coming back next year.
That was an incredible.
Oh yeah, and we got some special stuff for you guys as well. So be on the lookout. We'll definitely keep you updated because I definitely would like to come back on, talk about it more in depth, talk about the lineup. But we're going to have a great artist convening next year. We can't wait, and we're definitely going to be back in Durham with it too.
Nice. I really appreciate your office being in Durham. Also, I mean, you serve the South, the American South. I'm actually amazed that you're in Durham, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, Durham's a documentary town, and I don't think a lot of people realize that there are a lot of great documentary makers here. We're here, Full Frame Documentary Film Festival, Center for Doc Studies at Duke. You got the Hayti Festival, so it's a lot of documentary energy throughout the Triangle, specifically in Durham as well.
Yes, I like that. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to take a few minutes. I mean, I invited you like at the last second.
That's cool. Whenever you need me, I'm always down to chop it up with you. It's no problem at all.
I appreciate that. And I want to hear more about your documentary because didn't it have something to do with La Puppet in New York?
Oh, no, you're talking about Thomas La Puppet. Yeah, we talk about him a little bit in Grandmaster.
Okay.
You know, he fought against all those guys back in the day, and we talk about Thomas LaPuppet and all those guys back in the day. So
Okay, and a shout out to Alice. She's still watching. She says
okay,
North Carolina in general is a filmmaking state, including documentary.
yeah,
She's from the world of television.
okay. Well, I hope
She's
she
from
can join us.
here.
Yeah,
You
hope she
know,
can join
I
us.
don't know if you know Alice, but I think she lives in Raleigh,
Okay,
but she lived out in LA and did like, network television, and now she's
cool,
back. So
great.
hopefully she can come out.
Yeah, I hope she can join because it's open to anybody. You know, you don't have to be in Durham or North Carolina because this is a webinar. So even if you're not in the South, we get people. I know we had a few people from the last one. Had somebody in Spain, and all
Oh,
that. So
for real?
yeah, because usually when we get people on, I kind of started off and have people, shout out where they're at, city and state, and we get people from all over the world to join us, for
Okay.
these webinars. So it doesn't matter where you're at. Just come on there 1 p.m. to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Sign up, SouthernDocumentaryFund.org, and join us tomorrow.
I didn't know Alice was a documentary filmmaker. See, I hardly knew you.
Yeah,
She's
Alice hit me
part
up.
two?
Yeah, it's a part 2. We actually are in post-production right now. And we're in post-production right now. We're actually going to do a trailer release to show the new 3-minute trailer September 10th. And an event I'm doing in Wilmington, but we'll release that to the public, right after that. But yeah, part 2 is coming next year. We're getting it ready for next November because next November is the actual 125th anniversary of the massacre. And that's when we're going to debut it. November 10th, 2023 is when we're going to have the world premiere. And I hope, folks can come down for that.
Oh, for sure. So I guess I got the scoop, huh?
Yeah, you got it.
There you go. So Alice is saying, let's see, Associated produced My Nappy Roots by Black Hair. Okay. Oh, I think I saw that about the little girl.
I think so. Yeah, Alice, hit me up. Hit me up. I would love to connect because we're always looking to connect with makers in the South. All right, cool. I'm going to reach out to you. And we can set up a time to talk.
Yeah, she's reaching out on LinkedIn.
Cool. Excellent.
So,
excellent.
Did you know that you can live stream on LinkedIn now?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Technology is great.
She's an expert. She has a show on Fridays, Sheer Social, all about, the live streaming, the social media, that sort of thing. Right. She's a super expert. I took one of her classes here in Durham.
Check that out.
And it was awesome. So, Chris, thanks again. I really appreciate your being on the show. And you are more than welcome to come whenever you like, whenever you have a webinar or whatever. Just drop on by. I do this every weekday at noon, Saturdays at 10 a.m. Consider yourself invited.
So thanks sounds again. Great. Sounds great. I definitely, like I said, anytime you need me on, just hit me up.
Absolutely. Well, take care, Chris. You have a beautiful day.
You too.
Okay. See you later. That was super awesome. Wow. Okay. And Alice, I learned more about you. I didn't know you made documentaries. Kind of embarrassed. I didn't know that. But anyway, I don't want to take up your entire lunch hour. So just enjoy the rest of your day. Keep in mind that we might get a thunderstorm around dinner time. So if you plan to do some grocery shopping, you might want to run out and do that right now. I'm actually going to try to catch up with my cousin Julia. I talk about her a lot. So I'm going to go see what she's up to. Anyway, have a beautiful afternoon. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's show is going to be pre-recorded because I'm taking a class tomorrow at noon. That's right. I'm taking a class tomorrow. So I'll see you at noon tomorrow, but it will be pre-recorded. So you won't be able to hop on camera with me. So I apologize for that, but it happens every now and then. There's a conflict of scheduling. So with that, still have a beautiful day. Bull City Hangout will be on tomorrow at noon, and then I'll see you live on Thursday at noon. So ciao for now. Have a beautiful day. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So Alice helped produce a few documentaries at PBS. Oh, okay, UNCTV. Okay, she worked at UN. So that's channel 4, so to speak. Yeah, so Alice, definitely. I will see you soon. Hopefully real soon. Okay. Ciao for now.